Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cesar Rodney High School on the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports. Tonight, finally, it's the Boys Lacrosse State Championship. Cape Henlopen, Salesianum, Mike Lang, Nick Hall, Nick Halliday, and Big Ed Halliday, along with you from Camden, Delaware. Camden, Delaware, Nick.
Camden, Delaware, down here at Cesar Rodney.
This is a beautiful facility down here.
Very nice. You know, I haven't been down here since last year. I haven't been able to make it down. I didn't realize they were doing all this construction down here.
Yeah, they're apparently adding on to the school to our left here, and you know, they have like 13 tennis courts behind us. A line of people around the tennis courts waiting to get in here, and we're about ready. This game's been delayed by rain. We're supposed to be here last night, but we'll do it tonight. Blue skies right now, and we'll see how. We're going to pray that the blue skies stay with us. It's a gorgeous evening here in Kent County. Cape, the #1 seed, Salesianum, #3 seed. This is a rematch from the Dave Reynolds Lacrosse Festival. Matt Riley in for the face-off for Salesianum. I'm not sure who's taking it for Cape, but we're about ready to get started. Should be a good one, Nick. The Sal's win the face-off. It was Billy Ott.
How do I start the clock?
Billy Ott on the face-off for the Vikings, but it was won by the Sal's, and here they go. Chad Cannon, #7, one of their big guns, off to the left of Cape's goalie, Baxter Travers. In goal for the Sal's, Jake Marchiafava. Took over midseason after an injury to Jackson Spinner. And here we go. This is it. Sal's going to play a little ball control tonight with that explosive Vikings offense. Cape beat the Sal's 12-8 at Wesley College back in April. Big crowd on hand, like we mentioned. They're still filing in here to Ryder Stadium. Here come the Sal's on the attack. Cannon with the shot deflected by Travers. Picked up by Falconetti behind the net. That's Chris Wong. And Wong's going to look to start things up again. So saved by Baxter Travers to start things off. Sal's out, up top to #8. That's Logan Bushweller. A bunch of seniors on both of these teams, and this is their final lacrosse game, unless there's an all-star game. That means
I mean there is the all-star blue gold game or whatever the senior all-star game is what I think they call it. But yeah, lots of seniors on both these teams. I mean, you said it, Mike. We heard the lineups to start. I mean, lots of familiar names in the lineup still here for both schools.
Yeah, that's a loose ground ball. Who's going to get it? Looks like finally going to be knocked out of bounds by Cape. It's going to stay with the Sal's. They almost turned it over, but managed to keep that ball loose. And it was knocked out of bounds. And here come the Sal's. And that is Falconetti out to Wong. I imagine they have all the personnel they want since they were already in the offensive end. Nothing. 12-minute quarters. We're about 1 minute and 40 seconds into quarter #1.
Yeah, so far not the shootout I thought we were going to see here up and down the field, but both teams working their settled offense, you know, getting some good looks. You know, unsettled error right there for Sal's. That's going to be a killer. You know, you got to clean up your game when you're playing a team such as Cape Henlopen.
Cape very explosive. The closest in-state win was this Salesianum team by 4. It seems like forever ago they played Archmere in the semis. That ball's deflected in front, and it's a ground ball picked up by the Sal's.
Yeah, great play up by Cape there. I mean, working some transition. Thought they had a fast break opportunity, which 2 great saves by Travers there. Finally,
and a score for Falconetti, and the Sal's go up 1-0. So that ball control, ground ball control, Nick, leads to a goal at the 9:35 mark. Sal's up 1-0. That's my soccer coming out, 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, I mean, you know, to start off, I mean, there we go, the fastest game on 2 feet. Cape Henlopen makes a stop on their defensive end, brings it all the way up the field, has a fast break opportunity, squanders it by throwing an ill-advised pass to a covered man in the middle. Sal's pick it up, go down, two good shots that Travers turns away, and finally they just couldn't hold him off any longer, and Falconetti buries that 3rd shot.
Yeah, and here's a real strength for the Sal's. Matt Riley, I think wins about 90% of his face-offs. Here he is against Ott, and he's got the ball. That's a nice face-off win for Riley, and he's going to take it in and fire high. That's going to stay with the Sal's. Chris Wong back there. Of course, you know the rule because you're the lacrosse guy. The ball goes out of bounds on a shot. The closest team gets possession.
Correct. Closest to the ball gets possession. And, you know, Mike, we talked about it the last time we did a game together over at Tower Hill. I mean, the FOGO, the face-off, get-off guys become such a crucial part of the game of lacrosse today. I mean, you can control.
Oh, how about that check? Sorry about that. Then we get 2 flags down. So I guess it really wasn't much of a check, huh?
You can really control a game with your faceoff guy, but that was a hard check. It's definitely going to be up high, probably a non-releasable penalty for sure.
So the Sal's lose the ball in front of the Cape crease, and then I'm not sure who laid the wood on him. Looks like Chad Cannon is over. He might be waiting to come out. Who's on the knees over there? I'll see if I can get the number. That is number 32. It's a 2-minute penalty on Michael McGarry, a junior midfielder.
And they did, Mike, the referee that went to the table, did put his hands above his head like so in the not cup position, but I don't want to say praying, but, you know, that type of motion there, which means it's a locked-in penalty, which means even if Cape does score here, he serves the full 2 minutes, regardless.
That's Jack Dennis behind the net looking for some offense.
Jack Dennis, one of Cape's leading scorers. You know, Mike, I was doing the stats before I got here. It's some downtime at work. I wasn't able to finish, but I want to say Gabe Best had upwards of almost 30 goals, and I was only within 10 games of their season. So you can see what kind of production this offensive Cape
and I
can really
that
produce. And there it is right there.
Jack Dennis with the goal.
And there's Jack Dennis with the goal.
8:35, exactly 1 minute after Salesianum scores. And we're all tied up as he comes from behind the net, and they find the Sal's still going to be a man down.
Yeah, great opportunity for Cape here to really pump in a few goals, get a lead, and really get in the Salesianum team's head. I mean, Cape is the only in-state team that beat Sally's all year.
That's
you
right.
know, if anything, Sally's is coming out after these guys as hard as they can, and that can be a weakness in a game.
The Salesianum 8-7 this year in the regular season, but their losses to and they played a national schedule. They struggled this year against, these are top 25 national teams: Hill Academy, Malvern Prep, Chaminade, Garden City.
Malvern Prep, don't mean to interrupt you, Mike. What a great program. I actually played against them in my younger years of lacrosse, and they do an outstanding job. They're very close to our home up there in Delaware,
right.
or northern Delaware, excuse me. Not like we've left the state, but.
Sometimes
you get below. Sometimes you get below the canal, and you can't help but to think it's a different place.
So the Sal's are shorthanded, but they're going to have possession here as Riley's tripped on the faceoff, and they're going to look to run this 2 minutes off. This is Falconetti being guarded by Broderick McMahon. Falconetti gets away from him and kicks it back out. I believe that is Bradley Santor, if I'm not mistaken. Number 9, it is. Of course, we did a Sally's game this year, and Santor forgot his uniform, had to wear a different number.
Oh, man.
Just to mess me up. That was the Hill Academy game over at the Fieldhouse, 76ers Fieldhouse.
See, that's why, because they weren't playing in a normal place. Good little slap check there.
Yeah, that was 27, Landon Best. I imagine he's related to Gabe Best.
Yeah, it seems that way. There are a couple sets of brothers on this Vikings team.
Luke and Henry D'Ambrosi.
D'Ambrosi,
Hank D'Ambrosi, yeah.
Yep.
And the Sal's, I'm sure, have a couple brothers in there somewhere. Without going through the roster. There's a couple Bushwellers on the team, of course.
And now the Sal's are just going to hold this, try to kill off the last couple minutes of this.
Yeah, I didn't work down what time the penalty started, so
it's pretty close.
It should end around the 7-minute mark, I would believe. And that's Chad Cannon. He's being marked by, I think that's Jaden Davis, if that's number 21. Cape, really explosive team. They like to score upwards of 15, 18 goals a game.
Yeah.
The Sal's have been pretty stingy in the postseason.
Yes, they have. But you know what? Cape has a very high-powered offense, and I said it in our group chat today. You know how underappreciated some of these guys like Ott are on this Vikings team playing a defensive position. It's hard to talk about the defense when you're in a media role when your team is scoring, probably averaging 10 goals a game. You know.
Yeah, the scorers get the ink.
Oh yeah, it's always the glory guys, the skill position players.
Open in front, Brady McGovern. He bounces the scores. Nice play, good feed out front, good find of Brady McGovern. Sal's up 2-1. 6:34 left here in the first. Nice play for the Sal's.
Yeah, very good cut right there by. I'm sorry, Mike. Who did you say?
Brady McGovern.
Brady McGovern. Great cut there by McGovern. You know. Whoever was behind the cage at X really found the open man, put the ball right on his ear, stick high, and he absolutely just buried the goal.
Assist went to Logan Falconetti, who scored the Sal's first goal. So Falconetti played a part in both. He's going to play a part in most of their goals. 2-1 Sal's, 6:34 to go. I think they'd be happy with the 2-1 score period for the quarter, but something tells me we're not done seeing the scoring yet. And that's Matteo Garifo who comes in. He's also a very good face-off guy for Sal's. They have Riley and Garifo. That's a great pair for them. That's number 12, Patrick Boyle. Back out to Falconetti, and the Sal's are getting some players on. They're getting the offensive guys coming out. This is Bushweller with the ball now. I'm sorry, that's Santori. Sometimes I gotta wait till they turn all the way around before I see the number. And now, that's Brady McGovern. That is McGarry. Sorry, boy, I'm having a rough start to this game.
You'll be all right, Mike. You always find a way. The great ones always do.
What's going on here? Santori over to the far side. Jack Dennis playing some defense. Bounce shot, saved by Travers, picked up by McMahon. Good save by Baxter Travers, one of the best in the state. Long outlet pass finds Ben Weathersby, and here come the Vikings. I almost said the Riders because they're at Cape Henlopen.
We're at Caesarani, Mike. We're at Caesarani. That's why you wanted to say Riders. But great save by Travers, really starting the break down at his own end, being the real quarterback out there. Solid saves from the young man. We saw him take this team deep into the postseason last year as well before they fell in the semifinal rounds.
Yeah, Baxter Travers, I think he's up there with the Tatnall's Cole Hiller, I think, is one of the best in the state, too. But Travers, he's no joke, man. He can play the position. So Cape setting up. Number 9 is Adam Techman. Very skilled offensive player. Speaking of which, there's Luke D'Ambrosi, number 17. Missed some games this year with an injury, but he's looking pretty healthy tonight.
Yeah, ready to go. I mean, I wouldn't imagine you would miss this game for anything.
No, I actually was going to be here last night. I had to call out of work. Don't tell anybody. But I ended up at work anyway. Had some bad weather in the forecast last night. Here's Boyce being marked by number 15 for the Sal's. That's Colin Kennedy. The Sal's usually play pretty stout D.
Yeah, their D poles are very solid. They have good footwork. They know their limitation. They know when and where not to pursue their guys to. They get to their slides very quick, and they're quick to body the man as they turn the cage and close the gate here.
Yeah, I thought Dennis was looking for a wrap around there, and he was just sealed off. No room at the end. Here's D'Ambrosi. Double team. That's a good play to just take that position away from him.
Very, very quick to collapse is this Sal's defense, especially to a player like D'Ambrosi.
There's a little fake to Techman. He's going to head off. Here's Luke D'Ambrosi. That's his brother, Hank, number 2.
Took a good hard check on the hands right there. That'll rattle you as an offensive player.
This is Boyce behind net looking for an opening shot. Nice save by Marchiafava. And the Sal's pick up the loose ball. That's Marchiafava behind the net. Gets it to Santor, and he's off to the races.
Solid
duck
swim
and
move.
dodge there. Yeah, the swim move, right?
The swim move and the spin, the
not
360
too far from
spin.
the beach. We get the swim
No,
move.
not too far from the beach. And he took a nice, real hard check there, maybe to the hip or the wrist or something, because he's coming off.
Oh, Boyce, yeah, there he goes. So that number 11 for the Sal's is Colby Bushweller. That's the other Bushweller. And the Sal's, here comes their offense. Logan Bushweller making his way onto the field now. Sal's with a 2-1 lead, 2:49 to go, quarter number 1. You might hear me clicking, taking some pictures here. I'm double dipping tonight.
Your cameraman Jason's not here.
Yeah, and I was going to bring my daughter, and she's begged out.
Solid move right there. Good look. They got the Cape defense moving now. That's exactly what they want. Get them out of position. Look for the great shot. Good physical play, too, by this Cape defense.
Yeah, Bushweller's just mobbed down there. We have a timeout. Blue, wow, gets the timeout. I'm not sure about the possession there, but he said Sal's had possession.
Yeah, Sal's still with possession. Obviously, they must have had it out of that scrum, or they wouldn't have given it up to giving up that timeout to the Salesian gentleman.
Yeah, I know most of those guys. That term is used loosely. 2:20 to go in the first quarter, and I don't know how long are timeouts in lacrosse.
You can have a 30-second. You can have a full minute. I mean, it just depends on. I don't think you get to decide. I think the referee actually is the one that that decides. I was a coach. I should probably know that rule.
You were worried about the kids, not the clock.
Yeah, you know, I had a couple of really solid clock management opportunities at the JV level that I really took advantage of, you know.
Good crowd on. Look at this crowd here. Look at people lining the fence along.
Lining the fence, still coming in the gate.
If you're looking at across the field on our camera shot, you see no people whatsoever.
No one over there.
Because those bleachers are not open. But this side is, I mean, it's pretty full. There is some empty room on the left, to our left, but look at it, it's packed down here. And they're still coming in down here in beautiful Camden, Delaware. And a lot of tennis going on behind us here. Look at that parking lot. Not a spot open.
Yeah, I'm hoping to hit my truck. I saw a car that was kind of close.
Look down on the field down there. You see the luminaries. Brad Myers, Andy Walter, Sean Green. Dave Frederick down there.
Meanwhile, we mere peasants are up here in the press box.
Yeah, it has cooled off by about 30 degrees in this press box.
I was having
feels good here now,
It does. I was having a good time sitting down in front of the press box, but man, I'm glad I'm in here now.
All right, here we go. 2:20 to go. We're back. Sal's looking to add a goal.
Yeah, going into the start of the third quarter, second quarter, up by 2 goals already. That would be a great spot to be in if you're the Sals.
It sure would. Down in the corner, that's Brady McGovern. You know, the camera comes in handy sometimes here.
Yeah, you can see much
I can
further.
zoom in a little bit. They're just playing the perimeter here. That's Bushwell over to Cannon.
Probably a little too early here to be thinking about wasting time for the very, very last shot, but you're thinking they're going to get a couple of good goes in here before the end of the quarter.
Takes a few whacks there from Matt Prestopino, but he's tough. He can take it. We work behind the net now.
Prestopino returning deep hole from last year.
Yeah, number 11, Colby Bushweiler took some abuse, but holds on to the ball. And this is Colby Bushweiler again. And back to his brother, Logan. Logan, a graduate of Salesianum now. They graduation on Friday. Capes was on Tuesday, which is why we didn't play this on Tuesday. The ball rolls out to midfield, and that is Brad Santori. A lot of high school graduates out there right now.
Playing for the high school state championship.
Santori looking for some help. Oh, and that pass is going to go out of bounds.
Great first-time ground ball. That's big here for the Vikings.
Never got out of bounds, but it was picked up by the Vikings. And here they come. That was Weathersby, number 40, who picked up the loose ball.
And they clear super well. Here's that transition game, one-on-one.
That was bounced by number 38, William Bragg. He goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. So he just bounced out a little too far in front of the net.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Vikings right there. They still got another 30 seconds left. Let's put one more on the board.
Back out to Luke D'Ambrosi, and that's Hank D'Ambrosi, number 2. I know I'll mess him up at some point. He's one-on-one with number 12, Boyle. That pass, that shot goes a little wide, never reaches the end line. It's Cape down to 14 seconds. Here they go. D'Ambrosi looking for the left-handed shot. There he goes. Saved by Marchifava. Rebound. Cape's got it. Here's the opportunity for Boyle. Misses the net. And that should do it for the quarter. We have zeros on the clock, and that's the end of the first quarter. Nick, it's a good one. Salesianum 2, Cape Henlopen 1. We're going to take a break. We're back on the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports.
Where's this counting down at?
Nowhere. You didn't hit it.
I did.
No, you got to hit insert add if you're
All right, back at Caesar Rodney High School. Mike and Nick Hall along with you. Ready for quarter number 2. 2-1 Sal's after 1. Sal's escaped the bullet there at the end. It's going to go to Salesianum, a face-off violation. That's one way to get the ball. Full house here, looks like on this side at least here. Caesar Rodney, people lining the fence for the last DIAA championship of the year. Sal's and Cape in the rematch from April. That's McGarry up top, number 32. As they play the perimeter, sorry about that. And here is Santori. How's that picture looking? It looks beautiful. Look at that picture.
Yeah, beautiful
Man,
picture. I just got to make
day.
sure I can, stop messing the clock up, which I just said to Nick Halliday that I got it, and I just messed it up already.
Shot blocked by a defender and picked up by number 27, Landon Best. So that shot never reached Travers.
I would just like to say to the good people at NFHS, I'm doing my best here on my first time. Please bear with me.
Cape looking for some offense here. Pushed out of bounds. That's timeout, Cape. I think Coach Healy's not sure about that timeout call. But it's going to stay with the Vikings. They take a timeout 55 seconds into quarter number 2. Salesianum beat Milford, Tower Hill, and Caesar Rodney to get here. I wrote this down, and I don't have the piece of paper with me. And Cape Penlopen beat Archmere.
How do I do that?
In the semifinals. 8 days ago, they played in the semifinal at Caravel. We were there that night. You can have a piece of pretzel, sure. 90-minute delay in that game at Caravel. That was great, wasn't it, Nick? We had 90 minutes to sit around in Caravel and hang out. Caesar Rodney and Salesianum both were on hand. They told him to go on home. So Sal's unable to take advantage of that face-off violation. They did get a shot, but it looks like a defender got in front and will be taking home a bruise.
They did a couple stick checks there over that timeout. Doesn't look like anybody had any illegal sticks going on, which is a good thing. So always good to see the boys keeping up on their stick home care.
When I was watching the Smyrna Archmere game, my good buddy Darren DiRenzo from Archmere blocked a shot with his left thigh as quads. He came off the field for a minute, pulled up his Under Armour tights there or whatever, and had the big softball size bruise to show for it. I don't think he cared. He blocked a shot. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Darren heading to Catholic University to play football and to allegedly study. All right, we are back. Cape Penlopen behind the net, looking for a cutter, but Jack Dennis is sealed off by Boyle.
And it looks like it's going to be some kind of illegal body check, maybe. That's what they're calling.
Here's Jack Dennis again, and Cape.
It was definitely, that flag is definitely for that play we just saw in front of the crease, no doubt. But I don't know.
Dennis with some room, winds and fires, saved by Marchifava. Nearly picked up by Gabe Best, but he can't get it, and there is the whistle. And it's going to be an advantage, a man up for Cape at the 10:15 mark. Second Salesianum penalty tonight. But they fought off the first one. We now stand a year for Cape. The only 2 losses. They lost to Bullis School of Maryland, a top 25 team. And they lost to Ocean City, New Jersey. Salesianum beat Ocean City, so that's their common out of Delaware opponent. They also both played Caesar Rodney and a couple other teams. I think they both played Apo.
Yeah, I was trying to look at all the schedules and everything today. Unfortunately, because of some rebrand stuff at work, I haven't really had the time to come out and watch a whole lot of games this year or even get a whole lot of opportunity there. And what a great shot.
Jack Dennis again, man-up situation. 9:54 to go. We're all tied at 2. So long distance for Jack Dennis. He's got both Cape goals, and we're all knotted up. Luke D'Ambrosi with the assist. And we have a brand new ball game. I didn't expect this to end 2-1. I mean, come on. So in for the face-off, it's Billy Ott for Cape. I'm trying to see if it's Riley or Garifo. For the Sal's, that is Mateo Griffo, and he wins the faceoff. Nice play. He's in on goal. Shot, score! Mateo Griffo with the goal. How about that, Nick?
Yeah, what a goal, what a goal.
6 seconds.
Did I miss a Vikings goal, Mike?
Yeah, Jack Dennis scored. It should be 3-2.
It should be 3. What's a?
They scored man up.
Well, now this scoreboard's saying 3-3.
Did we miss a goal? I think it's 3-2.
As we get some clarification. As we get some clarification from the official scorekeepers next door to us.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 3-3, but we're pretty sure it's 3-2. That was a nice play by Garifo.
Yeah, great play by Garifo. Right off the face-off win and right to the old cage, and he really took advantage of it.
So it still says 3-3 on the scoreboard. We're pretty sure that is incorrect.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that's incorrect. I hear fans yelling about it already.
Yeah, they never miss anything. Garifo, another face-off win, but down he goes and he loses the ball. That actually was Matt Riley on the face-off, another face-off window for the Sal's. However, that is going to be Gabe Best with the ball, and yeah, we'll worry about the score later.
Lots of people worried about the score right now.
Yeah, don't worry about the scoreboard. Just worry about the action.
But you know who does have it? The NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports,
and
has
now
the right score.
It's 3-3 now.
Now it's 3-3, so it doesn't matter about what
clock's
the score
running.
was.
The clock should be stopped.
And the clock should be stopped.
The clock should be stopped. That was Gabe Best on the goal. So now the score should be 3-3. As we have a little explosion here of goals. That's 3 goals.
So Gabe Best, Jack Dennis, and
Gabe Best.
Did Gabe Best have 2?
No, Best has that one, and Dennis has 2.
Dennis has 2. Okay, that's what I'm missing. Okay.
I think he missed the first one. But another face-off win. However, Riley checked and loses the ball. But the Sal's winning the face-offs. We'll see if how it goes this time. Loose ball picked up by Ott, but it is knocked away, and it's a loose ball. Cape going to get there first. Nice play there by. Okay, he stepped out of bounds, no call. And we have a whistle. It's going to be a timeout, Cape Henlopen.
So I don't think anybody has noticed, but the clock in the stadium is wrong as of right now.
They didn't stop it after the last goal for about 4 seconds.
Yeah, so our clock on here is the correct time on the official's whistle.
We think. We're not sure.
I'm
it is
very,
kept
very
on the
close.
It is
very,
kept on the
very
field.
close.
It is kept on the field.
It is
not
kept
up
on the field.
But we have a 3-3 game, 8:51 or so to go here in the first half. And that was a nice play by Cape to pick up the loose ball off that face-off. Just what we thought. We thought we'd see a tight game. I thought we might see a few more goals, but there's still almost 9 minutes to go till halftime.
Oh, there's still so much game left to be played. It would be even crazy to start thinking about talking about a score right now, Mike. But really good, solid game. You know, this is the type of lacrosse that you come out and you want to see. You know, I can't play anymore. I'm not in the coaching arena anymore. So I am a fan of lacrosse, and I love to see good lacrosse being played by 2 pretty much storied, I'm going to call them franchises in our state. I mean, it's been Cape and Sally's up in the top powerhouse teams of lacrosse in the state of Delaware for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, of course, the last non-Delaware or non-Salesianum team to win was Cape Henlopen in 2014-19. Yeah, that was back in the dark ages when I was a kid.
And it's not just boys lacrosse though, Mike. Cape Henlopen's girls lacrosse team,
11 in a row.
11 in a row. I was just about to say, if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that's 11 in a row for them now.
They beat Archmere last week right up the road in Dover.
Correct. Yes, they did.
All right, here come the Vikings with the ball and the tie score. Blake Gipko, number 11, looking for some help. Gets it out to Hank D'Ambrosi.
Tight little feed there. These D'Ambrosi boys, they can really pass the ball. They have 2 complete games, the both of them.
Sure do. This is Gipko. Going to get over to Hyde. Back to Gipko, but he loses his balance. Salesianum unable to take advantage of that miscue. And here comes D'Ambrosi. Sends a pass in down low to Boyle. I'm sorry, Boyce. There's Boyce and Boyle, just enough to mess me up. Behind the net to Hyde. And he's going to look for a cutter here. That ball's knocked loose in front, picked up by the Sal's, and Marchiafava covers.
Yeah, that was a good play by that deep hole, just boxing his man out, kicking the ball over to his goaltender, letting him clamp down and bring it back in, and they can settle their clear game here.
Here's Marchiafava, who's going to bring the ball upfield. Of course, leaves that net open, but he'll head back now. Santori gets around a defender, and he's going to get into the box. Of course, they have to get in within 10 seconds.
Correct. It's a 30-second count.
And then they
20,
get their
20 to get it over, and 10 to
no shot clock in high school.
No shot clock in high school. I might have my counts mixed up. It's been a little while. I'd have to consult my subject matter expert, Steve Tryon, who's actually
Steve, yeah.
a Delaware lacrosse
I saw
official.
Steve a few times this year.
Yeah, he was supposed to do the game on the original date, and with all the storms and everything and the reschedule, he wasn't able to be out here doing the game tonight. But,
yeah, well, we'll get on his case about it when we see him.
But yeah, shout out to Steve. Great job this year, man, and congratulations on buying your house too over the weekend.
Behind the net to Chris Wong. He's been quiet so far tonight. We have a whistle, I believe, a timeout. Nope.
Equipment timeout.
No,
Young man
equipment.
lost the glove.
Lost the glove.
But Mike, not only Steve, since we're on the topic, great Delaware official, but actually a record holder for points and goals, I believe, at Concord High School.
Get out of
and
town.
Also his brother Dan Tryon, several time state champion here for Salesianum. Also for
helmet comes off, and that's going to be a whistle.
Also, Dan played football for the Sal's, state champion kicker, and he kicked at Wesley. So very storied athletic family Steve comes from. His father is also an official for
Here
lacrosse.
I am in the presence of greatness when I'm around Steve Tryon.
I know. Lacrosse royalty here in the state.
So we're going to have a conference here with the officials deciding how it's going to be called. As one of the Sal's went down and the helmet came off. Now in football, they'd have to leave the field for a play. But I'm not sure what the rule is here in lacrosse. We're tied at 3, 6:12 to go.
I've never seen
So it looks like the Sal's are going to keep the ball. Falconetti goes to the sideline. He's just going to get a ball out of the way. So it's going to stay with the Sal's. They don't want these guys playing without a helmet. And we're back underway. Logan Falconetti. Turn, shoots. And a crease violation, I believe.
No, they called him moving pick.
Oh, pick, okay.
Moving pick on the Sal's, automatic change of possession.
So Travers has it. Oh, no, it's way upfield. I missed it. Here comes Cape on the run. Hacked from behind. Nice play. And picked up by number 15, Colin Kennedy. How about that play by the long pole? Nick is smiling over here.
Yeah, you know me, Mike. I love my long pole play. I was a long stick defender in high school. I played a little LSM at Del Tech for some fall ball. So I love my long pole play.
Here's Santori doing a little skip down along the 20-yard line. The goal net's set on the 10-yard lines for football. Field a little bit wider than a football field.
Yeah, Sal's trying to get the right personnel on here as Santori. He's going to X now. Had the defense drawn out to GLA. They tried to work that same play they just tried.
Yeah, Wong just can't hang on to that one. He does pick it up, though. And back to Santori. Wong getting out in front.
They had it. Both times they had it. The one time they had the moving pick. The second time he just dropped the ball.
That's going to be a shot, so it's going to stay with the Sal's. And Wong will bring it in. Chris Wong back behind the net to Logan Falconetti. Looking for help. He's being checked. Left-handed shot. Gets by Travers. Sal's keep it. I'm just impressed with the size of this crowd here. Because the NCAA lacrosse was in Philadelphia this year. Great crowds out at the link.
The NCAA lacrosse tournament was up there in Philly this year. I've witnessed it in both Philly
Cabrini
and
College.
Cabrini, yeah.
Division III.
Division III champions. Incredible program out there and outside of Villanova, right in the street on Lancaster Ave there in Radnor, Pennsylvania.
That shot goes over Travers and out of bounds. They'll stay with the Sal's. They've maintained possession here for a little bit. just unable to put anything by Travers. He's been pretty good there in net.
Yeah, Travers has been solid for them all year long. Again, when I was adding up stats and such things before we came out here today.
Speaking of Travers, there's a shot, a bouncer from McGovern.
I was only down to like the 9th or 10th game, and he was already up past 40-something saves. So the young man has faced some very solid shots this year.
So that number 8, Matt Prepino, gets it over the midfield line, but that loose ball is picked up by the Sals. This is Connor Dungy, number 46. Oh, he gets hacked, no call, but it's going to be Sal's ball. And Dungy's going to head out of the offense. Could be a pick, and it is. I don't think that was intentional.
Yeah, no, I don't think
he ran right in front of the defender. And here come the Vikings. We're tied at 3, 3:40 to go until halftime. From Caesar, Rodney Hudson. We couldn't figure out the big CR in the middle of the field. And Riders in the end zone. Here's Gabe Best. Winds and fires, bounces it past Marchiafava. And Luke D'Ambrosi will pick the ball up back there. Cape looks for its first lead. That is D'Ambrosi out to Techman. And number 1, Andre Curry. He scored with 1 second to go before halftime against Archmere last week. It was a killer goal.
Yeah, all these guys that you're naming right now, Mike, all key role players for this Vikings team. I mean, all guys that have played here before. Techman not having the offensive goal production that he had last year, but he's still been a valuable asset to the team. You know, he just hasn't been put in that position. He's been feeding his other teammates. They've been taking advantage of his crisp passing.
So many scores on the Vikings. Not enough shots to go around for all of them. So, hey, they're playing a role, and look at, they're in the state championship game. Here's a shot. Saved by Marcher, maybe off the post. Picked up by the Sals. Number 22, Cameron Marion sends it up, and this is McGarry to Falconetti, and they're going to wait for some reinforcements here.
Yeah, great save down the other end by the young man in net for the Sals. I actually didn't
Marchiafava.
Marchiafava, that's right.
Yeah, nice easy name.
Yeah, nice easy one, of course.
I think he had a brother who went to St. Elizabeth's and played ice hockey, because I think I wrote a story on him.
Oh, very cool. But, yeah, great drop save down there by Marchiafava. He obviously knew it was going low the whole way. You know, the Cape offensive player pretty much telegraphed that. He held his stick down low below his ankles, never brought it back up. Goalie's pretty much key on that.
So here is Chad. I think Chad Cannon's got the ball, number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's twirling the stick.
Number 7 right here.
One-on-one with a defender, number 9, I believe, would be Techman. It gets it to Wong, turns, shoots. That is too high. Brady McGovern is there, and that ball rolls across 8 lanes of the track. And we have more. In front, passes not caught, intercepted by Drew Dennis of the Vikings. He's across midfield. Oh, Cape's got a player open, but they turned around and set up the offense. And I believe number 11, Blake Gipko, sets things up along with Curry. And that's Luke D'Ambrosi. And to his brother Hank.
The D'Ambrosi boys.
And there's a D'Ambrosi that's a coach.
Yep.
So Curry goes off as Cape gets the players they want out there. We are down to under a minute to go, so they may hold here for the final shot. That's Hyde, number 3, over to Gipko. Gipko blocked by Marion. Can't get down. He goes. Maintains possession. I know it'd be D'Ambrosi. Left-handed shot goes wide. Cape's going to keep it. 32.4 on the clock. I think it was D'Ambrosi that had that ball from behind the net. Wrap around. Marchiafava not fooled. It goes over the end line. The Vikings will try again. So I'm not sure who that is back there. Is directing traffic. Let's see if they get what they want. 15 seconds to go. Nearly a pick. Hyde gets around. Can't get around the defender. And
really
he's out. He's 30 yards
here.
out. Yeah, old pass is high, but caught. In front, shot by Best. He scores. 0.9 seconds on the clock. Gabe Best gives Cape the lead. 2 goals for Gabe Best, and that's huge with under a second to go. Not sure how he got that open, but he did.
Yeah, incredible play. Incredible feed. Way to have your heads up, playing with your head up. I mean, they just knew that pass was coming right on the money, and he was just able to fool Marchiafava. I mean, I don't think he really thought that was going to happen, but what a great play by Cape there as Best nets another one for himself.
So I don't think we're going to score in 9/10 of a second here. So this is going to keep the lead 4-3 as we head into halftime. We're going to have the face-off here. And there's the whistle, and Nick, close first half, tight, about what we expected. And it's 4-3 Vikings.
4-3 Vikings going into halftime.
So we're going to take a break for halftime. You're watching high school lacrosse on the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports. Come back and join us for the second half, right?
This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses. This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses. This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses. This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses. This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I would encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I would encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This championship event is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Thousands of young athletes have their season ended by ACL injuries. Learn how to keep them safe with our ACL injury prevention course at nfhslearn.com/courses.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I would encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
95, and it was like 4:15. I left work at 4, and I got down here at about, I don't know, what time did I get down here? 5:30 maybe?
Something like that.
Maybe a little.
Can't miss Nick if you're driving along inside of 95. He's got a pretty big truck.
Yeah. Yeah, I got down here right at about 5, actually.
Yeah, the traffic not too bad. We were hoping the game was today because tomorrow's beach traffic, and nobody wants to deal with that. Adam Techman, hands off up top. This is Dennis. He's got 2 of the 4 goals for the Vikings. Dishes underneath. Trying to fight free as D'Ambrosi cannot. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Vikings.
Definitely good communication there by the Vikings. I mean, knowing each other is there, letting each other know you're there is a big part of that, why that ground ball just took place. And Cape
Shot.
came up with it for that
a
goal.
Bouncer. Kind of an off-speed bouncer and a goal for Greg Boyce. And it's 5-3 Vikings, and I think that's one Marchiafava would like to have back. 10:25 to go. So the Sal's now down 2. They don't want to give Cape too much momentum here. But 2 goals in Lacrosse, not too bad.
No, not at all.
If you're Cape, though, you got to be thinking we scored the last 3 goals. It's time for us to really assert ourselves here.
Yeah, 2-goal lead going in. I mean, they're in a good spot right now. By no means is it safe, but definitely a good place to be, always with a lead.
That's picked up by Colby Bushfaller. Slides, gets up, and he's on the run. Gets by around a defender. Thought about a shot, but thinks better of it. Gets to Chris Wong. And out to Logan Falconetti.
Man, does that breeze feel good coming in here right now, Mike?
You are not kidding. Falconetti's pass, knocked down. It's a loose ball.
And what a great job by Prestipino right there, keeping his stick in the passing lane. And Falconetti, tried to squeeze it around him, but, Prestipino was there. What a stop.
Weathersby lumbers upfield. Gets into the box. And this is Boyce. He scored the first goal. Gets it out to, Luke D'Ambrosi. And Cape can set up here. South cannot afford those mistakes.
No, they cannot. And if this Cape offensive unit scores right here, they better go back there and give Prestipone and Weathersby a pat on the behind there, because great play started by those 2 young men. Hopefully can turn into a goal right here.
The goals are hard to come by tonight. Here's a shot by number 3, James Hyde, does not go in. And Marchiafava gets the big head of the stick down on that one. It's a nice save for Jake Marchiafava. Keeps this at a 5-3 game, and away comes Santori. Whack! Takes one in the midsection.
That's 2 pretty good, hard, solid checks he's taken tonight. The very first one, within the first few minutes of the game, sent him to the sideline. So definitely something to keep an eye on. He's obviously in some type of pain.
So Logan Falconetti with the ball right now. He's going to go one-on-one with Hank D'Ambrosi. Now he's double teamed out there. Spins away. Sends it down to Santori.
And he took a shot from number 40. I think that might have been Weathersby again.
Yeah. So up top, it's Logan Bushweller and Chad Cannon for the Souths. A couple of seniors. A lot of seniors on both of these teams.
Yeah, both teams are very deep. I think fresh legs are going to be a problem in the late goings of this game. Both teams seem to be rotating very well right now.
McMahon doing a great job over there and kicks the ball. We have a whistle. It's going to go to Cape.
Yeah, it looked like an obstruction play. It looked like the Sal's player was holding on to McMahon's stick as he was trying to pick up the GB.
Oh, that pass too high for Curry, and I think the Sal's have it. They do.
Yep, they do.
Cameron Marion on his way. Fall finds Wong wide open. Shot, and I think it got in. No, it's going to be a save.
No.
And Travers and Wong going at it down there.
I want to say
save.
Wong stepped in the crease is what they called, I think.
Oh, okay.
Either way, that ball definitely wasn't in. I think Travers definitely stopped it. If it went in, it trickled in. but it definitely bounced in front of the line.
So another opportunity for the South. Cannot take advantage. Here's Boyce behind Marchiafava. So Cape looking to take advantage here. They lead 5-3, 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Techman up top gets it to Andre Curry. And they're going to play the perimeter here. They do not have to rush at all.
Nope, no need to rush here. You can take your time. They've already gotten their touch.
That's Adam Techman on the other side of the field, way over there near Dover.
Now, the problem with taking their time here, Mike, this early on, you'll see the referees will start closing in. Like right now, see how he's walking GLE towards the goal. Not only is it giving him a better advantage, but they're looking to call a stall warning.
There's a ball in front, shot, score. I think that was D'Ambrosi. We'll see when he turns around finally. It was Luke D'Ambrosi with the goal and a 6-3 Vikings.
That's his first tally of the evening.
They're finding holes in the Salesianum defense.
But as I said, Mike, you know, the problem with taking your time now, lacrosse is a different breed of game where you can't just take your time and run away and hide up a couple of goals. They put a stall warning on, which means you have to keep it in the box, that you can't take it back out to the alleys or you turn the ball over to the other team.
So here's where the Sows have been successful is on the faceoff, and they're going to win one here. And that is Garifo, but it's knocked away. So winning the faceoffs and just getting beat by Cape Henlopen, that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go to the Vikings.
Yeah, now the Sal's a little rattled here. A couple of goals down here. They've made some ill-advised turnovers in the early goings of this third quarter here, and you know Cape's made them pay for every mistake they've made with a goal.
4 straight goals for the Vikings. They lead 6-3, 5:45 to go. Curry loses that one, but South can't take advantage. That's the difference. So Curry's up top. Gets it into Luke D'Ambrosi. I believe that's 3 assists, though, and now 1 goal.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time keeping track of the assists. It's been hard enough to keep track of the goals at this point for myself.
D'Ambrosi working his way around Mason Griffith. Passes it off to Dennis. And they're back over this side. It's Greg Boyce. So they will play the outsides. Boyce on Santoro. It's Techman on Santoro. Gets away. Shot. Score. Adam Techman goes to top shelf where Mama keeps the Thin Mints.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 7-3, 5:03 to go.
And as I said, Techman, not as much of the offensive production as you've seen from him in the past. However, he has been consistently on the stat sheet for something every game for the last several weeks. And here he is making his presence known in the championship game.
So they are beating Marchiafava high on all of these shots. But the Sal's not able to hang on to possession. They're winning faceoffs and just can't keep the ball. Cape, to their credit, taking advantage, like you said, Nick, of every mistake. And they're not missing their scoring in this quarter every time they get down the field.
No, the Vikings are shooting well. They're placing a lot of good shots. They're taking a lot of good shots. They have forced a couple of turnovers on themselves, but they're playing good offensively. And Marchiafava has been able to match them almost shot for shot, but they're getting a couple of good looks, changing levels, and putting a few past them.
That's going to be a violation, I believe, on Cape. It'll be Salesianum ball. No. Thought he pointed to Sal's. He's pointed to Cape Henlopen. And the Vikings in business one more time.
Loose ball push, perhaps. I didn't actually see the play.
Here's Boyce. That is Hank D'Ambrosi. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Quarter number 3. Hyde sends it off to, I'm not sure if that is Gipko or not. Now it's behind the net. Number 24, that's a name we haven't called much. Michael Frederick. Now up top is Hank D'Ambrosi.
Frederick, not an absolute superstar on this team, but he has seen some time all year long. Again, another role player on this team, coming off the bench, so to speak, would be a basketball term, but comes off the bench, does a really good job for the Vikings. He can pass, he can shoot.
Oh, how about that shot by Boyce? A lefty shot. I think Marchie Favre never saw it.
Yeah, good solid shot. Putting the stick in his left hand, gives himself a better angle, and he just puts one right past Marchie Favre. As the Vikings have a 5-goal lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
We saw against Archmere, they led at 1.4-3 and scored the next 7 goals to make it 11-3.
Definitely can't count this Sally's team out. This is a team with a lot of grit and a lot of talent, and they can beat you very easily if you start slipping.
Yeah, it's easy to say the Sal's making a lot of mistakes, but Cape is forcing them to make a lot of these mistakes.
Cape has made them make a lot of mistakes.
And an offside on the face-off. So the Sal's are going to get it. They need some goals now.
Some type of illegal procedure call on the face-off.
So they need a goal to stop the bleeding here. Cape 6 straight goals. I think it was 3-2 at one point, right?
Yeah, at one point it was 3-3, 3-2. This is the largest lead we've seen of the night at 5 goals. Santor fed number 11, Colby Bushweller, for the shot.
Sal's last goal at 9:48 of the second period. Mateo Garifo off the face-off. So I was checking my notes there, so I missed the offensive play. Here's Falconetti.
Don't worry, Mike, I had your cover.
I can hear it. It was great.
I'm not as sharp with the names as you anymore these days.
Brady McGovern loses the ball. Chasing it down in the corner. Out of bounds. I think it's going to go to the Sal's. That was a nice play there by Landon Best. Just could not catch up to the ball. As they whack that one away in front again.
A lot of good hustle plays coming in from this Vikings team.
Yeah, they're getting to the Sal's offensive players, not allowing them to get any kind of momentum.
No, not at all. They play very good position defense. They're landing good checks.
Off the post. Here's the rebound shot. And it's going to go into the soccer net. Unfortunately, that doesn't count.
That does not. But that was an incredible I think it was a backhand shot, diving from behind the cage.
I think he hit the crossbar, if I'm not mistaken.
He did hit the crossbar, right where the upright connects with the crossbar. Two solid shots, good looks by the Sal's there. Travers turns them away both times.
The ball to Falconetti. Can't get by his defender, and the ball's loose. Picked up by Cape.
Falconetti, a little too much hesitation there. He took a couple little crow hops in. Probably should have let that ball.
The Sal's are going to get this one. I think it's a pass out of bounds, so it's going to go back to the Sal's.
Probably should have let that ball fly down here. Falconetti, a decent outside shooter. He can definitely hit his spots from that point. I don't know why he would hesitate looking for a better shot, but
2:24 to go. This is Logan Bushweller. As he looks to lead a comeback here.
Yeah, Falconetti's your guy from the outside there. Watch for him to start taking some more shots. Like I said, I don't know why he didn't shoot that one, but he's your guy coming into this down the stretch.
Chad Cannon, long distance save by Travers. Need a little more than that to get by Baxter Travers. And the outlet to McMahon, and he's on the way.
And McMahon trying to get the clear game going between the defensive unit here. Somebody pops open.
This is Boyce. Takes a shot. Doesn't bother him. Gets in front. Shot. Kick save by Marchie Favre right to Cape. We have a flag, and I cross-check. It looks like it's going to be on the Sal's. I'm not sure why the whistle blew. 1:37 to go, and looks like number 25, Dominic Ratura, has been sent to the sin bin.
The old hockey term there. Yeah. The whistle blew. The ball was on the ground. The Boyce didn't have possession of it any longer. Flag goes down. Play stops.
Of course, they're not announcing the times of the penalties, but I imagine it's going to be a 1 minute.
Yeah, they're announcing it to the official scores table on the other side of the field, which is one of the reasons, even though I love coming down here to beautiful Caesar Rodney facilities, is they use their official table on the opposite side of the field than us, so I can't ever know what the penalties are.
Nice hustle there by, I think it was Billy Ott trying to get to that one. That was Jack Dennis, but that ball just out of bounds, and the Sal's have possession. Spin move to get through some defenders is Santori. Almost gets around the defense. He's 1-on-2 down there.
Yeah, they got him double teamed because they are a man up. There's going to be a penalty now on Cape.
That'll be their first of the game.
Will be their first of the game.
Falconetti, he's taking some abuse.
Falconetti again holding back, taking that shot. That's one he needs to let go. He's got time to let it rip.
And this is Logan Bushweller. We're under a minute to go in the third quarter. Cape 8, Salesianum 3. Bushweller turns and looks at the clock. Because it's just the clock on one end here.
Still a penalty coming on Cape as well. They haven't blown that play dead yet.
Bushweller turns, shoots. It goes long. It's going to stay with the Sal's. 29.3 on the clock.
They'll call the penalty now. It looks like a slash.
So it looks like the Sal's are back in full strength. So this will carry over into the fourth quarter unless the Sal's score. You like that sin bin? That's nice.
The sin bin.
The sin bin, yeah.
Throwing me back to my hockey days, Mike.
Game 4 tonight, right? The Blues and the Bruins?
Yeah.
So there's a little delay here while we get the everything gets set up, and here come the Sal's. Half minute to go. This is Falconetti to Cannon. I don't want to say every name. That's all I would do is recite names. Chad Cannon back to Falconetti. Bushbro, that's Santori looking for somebody in front. Long pass over the head of Falconetti. 7, 6, 5. You're going to have to try to make something happen quick. 2. Just wide, actually, and that's going to be it for the third quarter. So Cape, a big quarter, Nick, and they take a 4. They have outscored South 4-0, taking 8-3 lead into the fourth quarter is what I'm trying to say. We're back after this while I regroup on the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports. Back at beautiful Caesarani. This place is awesome. What a great facility they have here down at Caesarani. 8-3 Cape Henlope, and they're looking to take a trophy back south. Sal's looking to take it north. We know it's not staying here.
We know it's not staying here.
Not this year. Sorry, Riders. Maybe next year. I was not meant as a dig to the
No,
Riders.
not at all. Not at all. The Riders had a great season this year, you know. I mean,
made the semis?
They did make the semis, but coming down the stretch, it's hard to replace guys like Meat and Noah Longest and some of those seniors that they lost. I mean, those are two great players that they had.
They have a great keeper, though, Stant.
Yeah, Jacob Stant. I don't think he played here this year. I think he graduated last year, if I recall. So that's hard too to replace a goaltender the caliber of Stant.
Talk about legends right here on the sideline. Dave Frederick from the Cape Gazette. He's got a cheering section.
Yeah,
Fred man, he's taking pictures of the crowd. Look at him. We love Fred man here at Cape Henlope. But Dave does a great job publicizing everything. He only covers really the Cape Henlope area, and he covers Cape Henlope sports and Milton Little League, all that sports down there. Fred man does a great job.
Well, they know who's going to make him famous. The kids do.
Fred man,
It's
and
Fred
man. He's the man. All right,
it's like going up north. We have Sean Green up north,
Sean
you know?
Green. Salzman, another face-off shot. Another save by Travers. Unbelievable. He's been in everything.
Yeah, incredible save. He's seeing the ball very, very well tonight. He's getting his stick to it. He's keeping his body in front of it, which is a big part as a goalie in case the ball pops through.
Drew Dennis took that about 60 yards and had him knocked out of bounds. So great job by Dennis, but the Sal's have it back. Wong says, where's everyone? That's Chad Cannon. The Sal's need offense. They're down 5.
They are down 5, but again, I say it every game that we do, like 11 minutes is an eternity in lacrosse. That might as well be a gazillion years.
We saw Archmere score 3 times in 15 seconds. Cape, I think, by that point, the game was pretty much over. Shot inside.
Bam,
Wong.
just like that.
And Chris Wong ends the drought, takes the pass from Santori, and he scores 8-4 Cape Henlopen. 11:10 to go, and I believe that was a man up. Just what the Sal's needed. They had to get a goal. So that's just what they needed. He gets in front and Travers. For all the magic he's been doing up there, couldn't get to that one.
Oh, yeah, nothing to hang your head about there. That's a hard save to make. You know, good shot by Wong there. Travers keeping his team in it.
Of course, the Sal's been very good on the faceoff. Here's Garifo. Wins another one. Takes a hack from Ott, but he hangs on, and Garifo's off. He did his job, and they're going to get the offense on. That's where they can come back on these faceoffs.
Oh, yeah. A good faceoff man will absolutely control a game for you. Yale did it all year long on their way to the national championship. I forget for the life of me the name of the young man that's their faceoff guy. But coming down the stretch, the only way Virginia ended up beating them was because that young man was so tired out. He was their only faceoff guy.
Santori has the ball knocked away and it's picked up. Wong gets to it. We have a whistle.
Yeah, playing without a stick, so it'll stay with the Sal's.
Here's Falconetti. Runs around the screen. Shot low off the post. It's going to roll out of bounds. See who's next to it. It's going to stay with the Sal's.
Falconetti took a hack to the face and neck area there right in front of the official. I can't believe they didn't call that a penalty. Really letting the boys play here, but
yeah, head and neck shots are usually that's usually an automatic.
Yeah, usually automatic.
So behind the net goes, come on, man, turn number 11, Colby Bushweller. Turns and shoots, scores! Colby Bushweller, and all of a sudden it's 8-5, 9:57 to go. That was Colby Bushweller waiting, and finding an opening.
And like I said, there's that offense of the Sal's. They can come back and beat you at any time. We just went from a 5-goal game now to a 3-goal game now, and here we go with 10 minutes left. That eternity of lacrosse potentially hurting the Vikings here tonight.
Got to play all 48 minutes, and we've only played 38.
Yeah, we've only played 38.
So we'll see if they've gone to Garifo now in the last 2 faceoffs. Let's see, is this Garifo again or Matt Riley out there? It's great. What a luxury for Coach Healy to have 2 great faceoff guys. That's Garifo, and he wins this one too.
Yeah,
he can pick it up.
That's a luxury that every lacrosse coach wishes he could have.
Yeah. They'd love to have one great one. Sally's has 2 very, very good face-off guys.
Very good ones. And now the Sal's feeling a little magic perhaps, Mike.
Both of those guys back next year, by the way. Matt Riley and Garifo are back for the Sal's next season. And I expect Sal's are going to be just as good next year. And I expect Cape's going to be pretty darn good again next year.
I would imagine Cape's going to be pretty good again next year as well. I mean, some of these kids that we've talked about, Frederick and some of these other guys.
Yeah, Hank D'Ambrosi. Score!
Yeah, Hank
a bouncer.
D'Ambrosi.
That's Chad Cannon, and all of a sudden it's 8-6. 9:17 on the clock. Chad Cannon takes the pass out of away from Travers, and he goes low. They've been going high. This time they go low.
Have they found Travers' weakness going low? The bounce shot right at the goalie's feet, the hardest one to stop in lacrosse. I remember always hearing my offensive coaches telling the offensive players, shoot low at the goalie's feet. high goals look pretty, picking corners looks pretty, and it's cool and it juices everybody up. But all you want to do is put the ball in the back of the net because it doesn't matter how you do it. All your goal is here tonight is to win this game.
The crowd is enlivened here. It's
yeah, you're hearing it from both sides.
that ground ball picked up by the Vikings. Yeah, see our Capes fans cheering their team, saying it's not. You're still up 2. You're still up 2.
Yep.
Sally's fans like, hey, we got a lot of time left here, and you're only down 2.
Just absolutely willing their team on here.
Big face-off win there for the Vikings, though. Jack Dennis takes it into the box, and now he's going to let everybody set up. This is Hank D'Ambrosi. We're talking about some of the young guys. Drew Dennis, sophomore. Hank D'Ambrosi, a freshman. Michael Frederick, a freshman. Shot on Marchiafava, low to the far side, and it's a goal for the Vikings. Not sure who got that one.
I think it was 13.
Wait, that would
Hank
D'Ambrosi,
D'Ambrosi.
number.
I saw the 3, so I was close.
They needed that one.
I guess he goes by Hank. I have him on here as Henry.
He does go by Hank. I called him Henry the last time I did a KK.
Oh, and he was like, no, don't
well,
call
I just
me
heard
that.
him saying Hank. So
Hank.
he tucked that right inside the far post.
Yeah, what an incredible shot. I mean, he didn't really have an angle. He went far low post there. Really good shot by D'Ambrosi.
Not much Marchiafava could do on that one. And all of a sudden, 9-6. The scoring is picked up here in the 4th.
If you're Cape here, you can't take your foot off the gas pedal. You have to put your foot down and keep it driving against the South team.
Picked up by number 25 for the South, Dominic Ratura. And he's going to take it into the box. Oh, bounce pass is on the loose. Missed by Falconetti, and all of a sudden, Cape's got it on the turnover. And the Vikings, this is Boyce, gets around a defender. And with 8 minutes exactly on the clock, Cape is going to take some time.
Yeah, definitely here with, about 7:50 left on this clock here. You're not trying to play too conservative because, like I said, you want to keep your foot down on the pedal and keep going, keep scoring. You got to match every goal that the South get. You got to match it with one. You got to stay ahead by one. So you don't want to play too conservative here, but you don't want to play too overly aggressive to where you're making turnovers and giving them more of an opportunity to beat you.
Gabe Best looking for an opening, but doesn't see it. Wisely, he sends it back out. Here's a left-hand shot between the 5-hole. That's Luke D'Ambrosi, and all of a sudden, it leads back to 4 for the Vikings. It's 10-6.
That's 4 young men on this Vikings roster tonight that are in double-digit goals. Have 2 goals tonight. Excuse me. You knew where I was going with that, I think, Mike. But
so Cape, after having a senior lead cut to 2, and from a high of 5, it was 8-3, and was down to 8-6.
You've seen some sparks of it from the Sal's tonight. That dangerousness, that aggressiveness that I'm talking about. And Cape just slacked off for a second. You saw what happened. The Sal's put a couple goals in past them. But they've been able to match each other's intensity here pretty much tonight.
And we have a whistle. It's going to go to Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, that'll probably be an illegal procedure. It looked like he was laying on the ball there.
I thought he got knocked into it. Anyway, the Vikings in white they have control and the lead.
I believe that was Santor that took that face-off. Was it not, Mike?
I'm not sure. Usually it's Mateo Garifo, number 5, but didn't see the number.
I saw number 9 yelling at an official, so that's never a good sign. If you're Coach Healy, you definitely need to get one of your better players under control here. You need him coming down the stretch in this game.
Cape looking for their first title since 2014. The Sal's have won the last 4. Of course, Cape beat Salesianum in 2014. That was an upset. This would not be as much. This really wouldn't be an upset. Marchiafava with a save. Cape is the number 1 seed this year, and they've been unbeatable against the Delaware teams this year, and just so much offense for the Vikings and the goalkeeping of Baxter Travers.
Yeah, Travers playing a really solid game.
I think we
Now
have
with
a violation somewhere.
offsides, they called an offsides penalty.
Now the referee's going to get together. Sal's, whatever it is, Sal's do not agree. And I think maybe this is going to be overturned.
They definitely had enough men back, I believe.
I think the ball's going to stay with Salesianum. And we have a timeout. Might be an official timeout here.
It is.
5:52 on the clock.
6:17 should be the official time.
So the officials get together. Ball's going to stay with Salesianum.
If they don't put any time on the clock, then
I
they're
think
really messing up here.
Salesianum, you can hear the Salesianum fans yelling to put more time on the clock.
6:17. I wouldn't have been that far behind, a minute behind.
I think they're going to, maybe the officials are talking about how much time should be left. They may come over and tell the scorers.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Hold
Here
on.
he comes. He's going to yell up here.
As long as I'm going to get my official word here. 6:12. See, I was only up by 5
You're only
seconds.
up by 5 seconds.
That's not too bad.
6:12 on the clock. There it is, 61:20 back on the clock. There we go. We're here all night. 6:12, and there we go. They did put 25 seconds or 20 seconds back on the clock. Must have kept running while they were after the whistle blew. Just remember here on the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports, we were a lot closer. Salesian ball here, Santori. Spin move, loses his balance, however. In front, shot, score. What a play. Santori to Falconetti. Falconetti snuck behind the defenders and go wide open. With 6:05 to go.
Falconetti, 2 goals on the night.
That's a rare mistake by the Viking defense tonight to let him get behind them. They didn't see him, but Brad Santori saw him.
Yeah, that's all that matters. His own guy saw him, fed him a beautiful pass, and he was just able to bury it past Travers.
Baxter Travers, no prayer on that one.
I'm not saying this is the factor, Mike, but Travers looking into the sun this fourth quarter.
That's true. Yeah, it is. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Here comes another important faceoff, won by Garifo. Oh, his pass dropped, and the Vikings, that's a ground ball picked up by the Sals. I thought the Vikings had it. Wong gets it over to Chad Cannon, gets around the defender. In front to Wong. Score! Nice play by the Sals. Chris Wong, a little give and go with Bradley Santori. And it's 10-8, 5:48 left.
Yeah, Wong beat his guy, knew it right away. He moved towards the cage, drew the slide, found the open man, and Santori just buried it.
I'm sorry, Chad Cannon.
Chad Cannon. Oh, we're both wrong.
And we're back to a 2-goal game. It's 10-8. Salesianum not ready to let go of its title. We see these face-offs so critical. They're just unbelievable how important they are in lacrosse, almost more than any other sport. Garifo, he's going to pick this one up. He does, scoops it back.
Yeah,
and it's picked up by the Vikings.
Tried to get it behind him. Very crucial possession here for the Vikings. As they do clear the ball, so their 30-second clock.
Timeout, I believe, has been called. It is a timeout white with 5:31 to go.
Solid timeout by that by the Vikings coach over there. I mean, you really got to manage the clock well coming down with 2 goals up. You know, you've obviously seen how quickly Sally's can hurt you on the offensive end.
2 goals in 17 seconds there. So we saw Garifo, his MO was like scoop it up and just whip it back, but nobody there that time.
Well, you know, it's a good idea by the young man. He's winning the face-off clean. He's either popping it to himself or popping it around his guy and getting around his guy, picking up the ground ball first time and just taking off. He knows that his teammates are trailing behind him, and so are those Cape players. But he figures if he hits the brakes last second, pulls a Top Gun Maverick move, he's going to hit the brakes and they're going to fly right by, you know, and there are his guys right there to accept that behind the back pass. Kind of like you and I, Mike, you know,
Yeah.
Maverick and Goose up here.
You have the Need for Speed. Was that the right movie?
Yeah.
That is the right movie.
I got the need The need for speed.
All right, let's set it up. 5:31 to go. We've seen the Sal's with the quick strike offense here. Seen Cape Henlopen with the tight defense. So what wins is the quick strike offense, that solid D from the Vikings. Well, we got 5.5 to figure it out. We see I don't know, usually it's over there. Oh, there it is. The trophy's over there somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trophy yet.
The final DIAA championship for Tommy Neubauer.
Don't bring it in. Don't bring it in this stadium yet.
No, don't bring it here.
That's the old superstition, right? You don't want to bring it in too early.
Nobody wants to see it.
Good bull dodge there. Just went right through his man.
And Dennis with the spin move. They got it behind the net. Back to Dennis. He scores. Jack Dennis. What a nice play for Cape Henlopen.
Jack Dennis. What a memory he's just made for himself here tonight. Even if the Vikings don't win this game, Jack Dennis nets himself a hat trick in the championship game. I mean, this is every little kid's dream growing up with a stick in his hand, to net a hat trick, maybe even a game winner in the state championship game.
Yeah, Jack Dennis was solid game night. Scored the first goal for the Vikes way back when we were young.
See, I had a different dream, Mike. My state championship dream was coming down the final seconds of the game. I'm marked on the best offensive player on the other team. I put the ball on the ground, pick it up first time, and Gilman it down the other field to win the game. And I'm the big hero instead of one of the offensive guys.
It's always the offensive guys.
It's always there's pesky offensive players.
Cape wins the faceoff.
Good, clean,
nice
solid
check.
hit. Squared up, right on the chest, fists together, right on the numbers. Good, clean check right in front of the official. Good no call there.
Pass up front. Sal, scoop shot. Falconetti's blocked by a defender, I think.
Falconetti
got to that. That's Jaden Davis after he got knocked on his backside up here.
Getting a little chippy and physical out here now. Both teams throwing some body checks around.
Long pass looking for Gabe Best. Got that long reach. He stays in bounds somehow. He's way in the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds. And the flag is down. I don't know about that one.
They're going to call probably a push with possession here.
The Sal's are going to go down a man with 4:45 left. I know they're not going to be happy with that call.
No, that was, in my opinion, pretty bad call. I don't usually try to criticize the officials because that's not the kind of person I am. But that was a very soft call.
Gabe Best did
very
a great
soft
job
call.
keeping that in bounds. However,
he did great job by Best there, and he sold that. I don't want to call it a dive, but he sold that little push a little harder than it probably was. But you got to do what you got to do. Last game of the year now, can't hold anything back.
All right, so Cape with the man up. They can maybe put this away.
Very, very crucial man up here for the Vikings. Very crucial. They need a goal here.
Can't see who's on the knee over there for the Sal's. Doesn't really matter. They are down. Here's a pass behind the net and over to Gabe Best. Up top, that's that's Luke D'Ambrosi. Sorry, I knew it was going to happen. Shot scores. That was a lefty shot by number 11, Blake Gipko. And all of a sudden, I've said all of a sudden about 10 times, and the lead is now 4 again, 12-8.
Blake Gipko, another one of those guys. Last year, a lot of offensive production came out of that young man. This year, he's been on a smaller downturn than he was last year, but still a role player in this team. He's on the stat sheet every week for something, whether it's a couple of goals or a couple of assists, but big time key player for them coming off the bench to put them up by one more.
I like that golf cart. Yeah, the blue and gold Caesarati golf cart down there. Looks pretty nice. It's 12-8. Gipko, sophomore, he's got a bright future ahead of him. His future's so bright. He's got to wear shades. Thank you. That was a $10-3, everybody. Garifo gets to the ball, and the Sal's in possession, and they need stops and they need scores. So Falconetti on the far side in front of his bench. 3:53. Cape Henlopen ready to celebrate here. It's not over just yet. Santori fakes that shot, goes right hand, saved by Travers, ball's loose.
Scrum for it. What a
nice poke
fake
there by number 40, Weathersby.
What a fake and shot by Santori.
Yeah, Cape, a rare mistake here, and Sal's have the ball. We have a whistle and a timeout. We have not seen Cape make too many turnovers tonight. 3:30 on the button. Nick, stay on the stands, man. Don't go in the field.
Yeah, can't go out on the field after the game today.
So after this one, we pack up the DIAA stuff for the year, and we go back to doing, what are we doing? Little League Baseball?
I want to say we got Little League Baseballs coming up. We got
American Legion Ball.
We got American Legion Ball.
We got Ultimate Frisbee.
Frisbee. I think there's a couple Frisbee games.
Blue Gold Football.
Blue Gold
that's right.
Football.
That's on the 21st, I believe. So keep your eyes on our website. Keep your eye on the 302 Sports website. And we have our show next Wednesday, the year-end wrap-up, I believe.
The year-end wrap-up at Buffalo Wild Wings at, I want to say, probably Stanton.
I don't know. That's up to that guy right there.
That's up to the boss man to my right over here. I'm sure it'll be Stanton, unless there's a guest this week from down this way.
Once again, you're watching the NFHS Network, powered by 302 Sports. Nick Hall, Mike Lang, Nick Halliday, and Big Ed's around somewhere. And thanks for joining us tonight from a really, really crowded Caesar Rodney High School. It's going to take a few minutes to get out of this parking lot tonight.
Oh, yeah, well, it's a good thing we got all this equipment to take down, Mike, because I ain't going anywhere fast, that's for sure.
Nobody is. It's
and I'm sure
cars as far as you can see around here.
And I'm sure there'll be quite the party going on in the parking lot, no matter who wins.
If you're going south and drive through by Lewis, it's going to be a good time down there, maybe. As Sal's nearly turned it over. They need 4 to tie. This is Brady McGovern. They've done a good job tonight holding him to, I believe, 1 goal. He goes behind the net. Falconetti, they're going to look for an opening inside. Santori's got to Bushweller. Shots wide.
And Bushweller left alone right there in the middle with a lot of room. That was a big-time crank with a lot of time and room.
Oh, Chris Wong bounces it home. And there's one of them. It's 12-9. So he goes low again, and Travers, who's been outstanding tonight, just couldn't get to that one. Chris Wong, he's just a sophomore. Some good talent coming back for the Sows. Matt Riley is a sophomore. Dylan Mooney, I don't know if Dylan Mooney's seen too much action tonight. Colby Bushweller, Patrick Boyle, so they'll be back. But that was a nice find for Wong. He got open. He's had a good second half. And there's a whistle. It's going to go to the Sows.
Yeah, another illegal procedure play.
Here come the Sows. They trail by 3. Yogi Berry said it's getting late early around here. Pass looking for Chad Cannon. And that was a pass. It's out of bounds. Cape with the ball. And they don't really need anything here. Just not turning it over. And we have a timeout, I believe, has been awarded to Cape Henlopen, so they'll keep the ball. That's a good check over there.
Yeah, very good check. Both teams playing very hard right now, riding well, clearing well. Their clearing has been pretty outstanding until this last quarter, and you see that both teams really buckling down on the ride right here, and that's a big deal. You know, you can get a quick turnover off a ride and a quick goal, which is a big help here in this short time situation.
Yeah, you see the assorted, well, you can't see them, but the assorted media in front of us. How do you know they're media? Because they're the badly dressed guys on the sideline in front of us, myself included.
I like to think I'm
look
decently.
all right,
I think I'm decently well dressed
you got
tonight.
the 302 golf shirt on. I couldn't find mine.
Yeah,
I found the right colors.
You did find the right colors.
It's home. There's a big pile of laundry. I think it's in there somewhere. It should be folded, but it'll be ready to go for the next 302 Sports Weekly.
I think for the summer stuff, I might need some new 302 gear that I haven't gotten from my boss yet.
Oh, that got a laugh out of Nick Halliday.
Oh, is that him over there? Oh.
Just remember 302sports.com for
Delaware
sports news, and you might be able to order some of the good wag that we got.
Oh yeah, we got some good stuff.
You may not look as good in it as Pat Garriani's.
Oh, you'll never look as good as anything than Pat Garriani's will.
Unless you're Benny Pinella. All right, here comes.
Well, Benny Pinella doesn't have a state championship ring to gloat about.
Cape on the offense. Shot saved by Marchifava. Came up big. Sal's get the rebound, and here they come. 2:29 to go. That is Chad Cannon hustling up the field.
They need a quick goal right here.
Gets it in front to McGovern. It's loose, picked up by Wong. Can't find an opening. Oh, nice dodge move. Gets inside shot, blocked by Travers. And I think that's a Cape player in the crease, but no call. We have a whistle. Have an injured Sal. That looks like Chris Wong.
Yeah, he got triple teamed coming back into the crease there. That's a dangerous play as an offensive player, but it's one that sometimes needs to be made, but you're going to take a shot coming across the middle like that.
So Marchifava does his job down the left side here. Chad Cannon takes it all the way back upfield. How about Baxter Travers? Been huge all night. Comes up with a big save for the Vikings.
Yeah, Travers really keeping his team in there. Save after save from this young man, and he's really hung in, you know.
Wong looks to be okay.
Only a junior is Baxter Travers, so that means there's another year watching this young man play between the pipes for the Vikings.
He's been great. He's just been great tonight. Jake Marchifava, also a very good night here for the Sals, and he's back next year too. The Cape students getting down along that fence.
Yeah,
they're ready to celebrate.
The Cape students ready to celebrate.
There's the reminder not to go on the field, Nick. So no jumping out of the window.
Yeah, I don't know if this Cape student section is going to follow this rule.
I don't know, they might run over Brad Myers down there.
Hopefully, Brad will hear the stampede coming and get out of the way.
This is Jack Dennis.
As you see, the referee's hands up in an L-shaped motion. Stall warning is on, so this should be a turnover for
loose ball.
The Sals.
And we have a whistle. It's going to be Sal's ball. 1:43 to go.
Like I said, Mike, they had that stall warning on. The ball came out of the box, so therefore it was a turnover.
See, I think it looks like Tommy Neubauer across the field. Congratulations to Tommy. Finally got his last championship in. He's going to retire and go be an usher at the Phillies games. And he deserves it. Tommy's been working with kids for a long time, and happy retirement. Here is Falconetti off the post, rather.
The inside of the post, he put that right past Travers' ear. Travers didn't even move, didn't even see it.
Sal's hit a few posts tonight, and they've hit Travers quite a bit.
But like you were saying, my congratulations to Mr. Neubauer. Great man, worked in Delaware Athletics a long time. Pleasure to be around. He treats us very well for everything that we do, and just congratulations to him.
Nice save by Travers. That was a shot by Dylan Mooney, and that may do it. It's still a 3-goal deficit with 1:05 to go. Cape with the ball, shoved from behind. Doesn't matter.
Stall warning back on again for the Vikings. Got to keep it in the box here.
Out to Boyce.
Expect to be double, probably even triple teamed if you have the ball.
Cape can taste it. Under a minute to go. They lead by 3. And if you can't get the ball back, you can't score. That's Andre Curry, and it looks like this is about over. Loose ball. Oh, picked up. Dennis gets hit in the head. He's down. That's left Ambrosi. Sal's with the ball. Pass inside. Duck and dodge. Goal for Dylan Mooney. Maybe. 22.8 to go. It is a goal. So it looked like D'Ambrogi took a shot.
Did you say Mooney?
Mooney, number 10, I believe.
Number 10, yep. Okay, I couldn't find him at first on my sheet. 22 seconds left on the clock here.
Dylan Mooney gets his name on the score sheet. Congratulations to that young man. You'll be hearing his name for the next few years. He's just a sophomore.
Stand up for this one, Mike. I've been sitting down all day.
Yeah, I got to get up earlier and do a little stretching. So we're waiting for the face-off here. Sure hope Luke D'Ambrogi's okay. He took a shot. No call on that
So
one.
they're going to go no face-off here. Free clear for Cape. An unsportsmanlike penalty was called on the Salesianum.
The cheers are coming. Hank D'Ambrosi's going to get called for a penalty here.
No,
14
it's not.
seconds
It's
to go.
not going to be on D'Ambrosi. It looks like it's going to be on Sal's.
I'm sorry, I meant number 22 for Sally's. Cameron Marion for the slash. And this is going to do it. Cape Henlopen, your 2019 Boys Lacrosse State Champions. Congratulations to the Vikings. They defeat the Sal's 12-10. And congratulations to Cape. Nick, pretty good game. We expected it.
Incredible game. Incredible game. You could not ask for a better state champion game to see. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. These young men put in so much hard work all year long. They beat Sally's once in the regular season. Sal's only in-state loss. And here they are facing Sal's again in the final and beating them again on the back of Baxter Travers, their junior goaltender.
Yeah, Travers was outstanding. He had some help, but all goalies get help from their posts, but he was outstanding. His defense was great tonight. They did give up 10 goals, which is a lot for them, but this is Salesianum they're playing. This is this is not some middle of the season.
No, it's not. I mean, you're talking about the perennial powerhouse of high school lacrosse in Salesianum, and you can hear the public school chants coming out. And that's, to me, that warms my heart a little bit. I was a public school guy. I always love watching the public schools that win a little bit more. But that's okay. But congratulations, really, Mike, to both teams. I mean, both teams played very hard, difficult schedules, fought through some adversity all year long. And then having to wait till after graduation to come here to play this game. I mean, incredible preparation and focus by these young men, and congratulations to all of them on not only graduating but winning this game.
Cape, the number 1 seed, goes undefeated in state this year. Defeated the South twice. Not easy. I don't care how good or how not good a team is. Defeat them twice. I know they were 8-7, but Salesianum much better than an 8-7 team.
Yeah.
They played an outstanding schedule. They're going to be back next year. Cape Henlopen being back. This could be the same final next year. You never know.
It very well could be. I mean, there's a lot of talent on these two teams, and you can see both lines starting at the 50-yard line, stretch all the way down to their respective 30s. How many young men are out there on those teams?
Yeah, I mean, Salesianum's got 35 guys listed. Cape has 37 people on the roster.
37 people on the roster.
The player of the game, I'd probably have to
I
go
would
with
have
that
to say
Baxter
Travers. Absolutely, player of the game, Baxter Travers. Absolutely, this game is not as close. Or Cape probably doesn't win this game without Baxter Travers between the pipes.
Yeah,
that young man played absolutely outstanding.
He had a great season.
And a great season.
Came up huge tonight. He got some help in front of him, but he had some one-on-ones, and he just stoned these guys.
And like you said, Mike, it always helps to be a little bit lucky and have a little bit thicker post every now and again.
Yeah, so that's probably going to wrap it up here, right, Nick? We're good? Now we're going to stick around? We're going to stick around for the trophy presentation. Tell you what, Nick, they've probably heard enough of us.
Yeah,
so
they've definitely heard enough
of us.
of us.
We'll leave video on, but hey, everybody, thanks for joining us all year long for Delaware High School Sports on the 302 Sports YouTube and website, and also on the NFHS Network. We can't wait till August. When we start this all up again, we're going to have our volleyball preview show. We're going to have football, a kickoff classic, Nick. Never had that when we were in high school.
Kickoff classic.
And we're going to have two games. It's a Thursday night, I believe, and then upstate and the downstate. We'll have Benny Mitchell will be joining in the fun. Jason Winchell, Pat Garianis, myself, and Nick Hall. And here come the Vikings. There's people hopping the fence. And
they're not going to let everybody's just going to do it. They don't care.
They don't care.
As we're trying to say.
Their kid goes over the fence head first.
As we're trying to say goodbye.
Well, they're not on the field.
They're not on the field. They are on the track.
Let's face it, it's an artificial surface. Can't really do too much damage to it.
No.
I think they're worried about kids going I saw one kid tumble head first over the fence. But down they go. Congrats to the Vikings. This is not they're not hurting anybody. And there's Tommy Neubauer out there in the black shirt. Well, Nick's got the crowd scene on it. But Tommy Neubauer out there. They're going to present Salesianum with their second place medals. And the Vikings will get their championship trophy and their medals, and then they can go enjoy their summer.
Yeah, and I guess at this point we can actually step away this time.
We can. So, Remember, join us all summer. Keep your eyes on our YouTube, on our website, on our social media. We'll find out where we'll be. You got a sport, give us a call. We can come out and we'll see if we can do it. For Nick Halliday, Big Ed Halliday, Nick Hall, I'm Mike Lang. Thanks for joining us. Once again, Cape Henlopen, congratulations, Vikings. You are the boys lacrosse state championships. We'll see everybody later.
The 2019 state runner-up is Salesianum. We ask that each player come forward to receive a medal. And head coach Bob Healy and the team captains will accept the trophy on behalf of the team. Congratulations.
Well, we thought it'd be a good one.
It was a good one. That's what it was. You going down, Mike?
I don't have to get out right now.
Oh, you don't think they didn't like to see
I mean, if I had another, like, if I had a sidebar type story, I could do it.
Well, that Mike's hot.
Head coach Mark D'Ambrosi and team captains will accept the trophy on behalf of the team. Congratulations. On behalf of the Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Boys Lacrosse Committee, congratulations to all the players, coaches, school staffs, officials, and fans for your hard work and dedication. Now I'm to say good night and have a safe trip, and I don't think anyone's leaving.
Go Birds.